Good morning. It's the 20th of March. It's 9 o'clock. I stayed in bed. I wasn't going to get up quite so early. It's really cold out, but at least the wind's not blowing, so that's good. And but it's still freezing. I got a little slow leak in my sleeping pad. I'll tell you what, those Nemo tensors are really comfortable, but I'm beginning to question their durability for a through hike. They just, this is the third time now that I've developed a leak. So when I get to Glasgow tomorrow, I'm gonna try to figure out where it's at. I'm going home in about 5 days anyway, so I can make a change when I get home, but it's just a little disappointing that that pad seems to have a little trouble. And I'm gonna bet you $5 that it's the little baffle thing that I was talking about before. Whew. Another cold morning. Got one more cold morning, I think, and then it looks like beyond that, everything gets much better. So I'm pretty happy about that. Alrighty, already had my daily commiseration. Appears that I'm on the morning shift right now, and it's 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna get hiking. I only have 14 miles to walk today. I'm going up to that Punch Bowl shelter to stay the night there. So it's gonna be a relatively easy day. I just gotta pop up over the top of Bald Mountain, which yesterday I called it Bluff Mountain. Bluff Mountain's actually the next mountain that I climb once as we climb up to the Punch Bowl, and then finish that climb off tomorrow morning. So gonna climb up to Bald Mountain and then head downtown for quite a while, 10 miles I think of walking down and flat. So it should be a pretty easy day today. All right, I'm gonna get walking, you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Oh, and good morning, Mushroom. Sometimes I forget to say that, but I try to say good morning, good night to you every morning and every evening. So, all right, y'all take care. We'll be back. Bye-bye. Well, I'm at the top of Bald Mountain, which really isn't bald. There's lots of trees and stuff up here. Maybe it used to be bald. And I thought that memorial to that little boy who died up on the mountain and that old fire tower was up here. But that must be Bluff Mountain, which would be tomorrow. There's a nice little money shot through the trees, but only I think I can appreciate it. I'm not sure that you'll be able to. And so I guess I thought I was going to get me a nice money shot this morning, but I guess that's not happening right now because I'm headed downtown for quite a while, actually. So this should be interesting. Pretty sure you can see through that tree right there. That's a pretty big mountain. I don't think that's Bluff Mountain. That might be Apple Orchard Mountain, which is after Glasgow, which is where you just climb for a day to get up to the top of that thing. So I think that's kind of in the mix, but I don't really know exactly where I'm going. Lots of mountains down there, though. I'm just trying to get a little opening here so we can see a little better. Pretty neat. All right, y'all. Time to go downtown. Long trip, too. Let's see if I find something interesting. And like 2 seconds later, you get a proper money shot of the other side. Very nice. That's looking off to the west, to the Ridge and Valley province. Very nice. I just love passing these no-bow through hikers. I can see it in their face, you know. They're hyped, they're still happy, they're excited. They haven't lost all their energy yet. They're just cruising. The ones that I'm seeing right now, these are the fast walkers, you know. These are the ones that are really cruising at altitude, 25 miles a day probably. But it's just, every time I see them, I think to myself what they've been through already and what they have ahead of them. And somehow it just excites me. I just think it's so neat. You know, I want to give them a report of every inch of the trail they have in front of them, but then I don't want to be that person that gives away all of the drama and details of the funness that they have in front of them, you know. And I just, this is exciting to me to pass by all these no-bows. we'll see how excited I am when I have like 1,000 of them around me and I'm trying to find a place to sleep at night. But right now, it's just really cool. All these guys just cruising really fast, you know. The young ones, as Mushroom used to call them, they would just be blasting right past us every day. And they're still blasting past me, but I'm going the other way this time. So I look forward to seeing them every day. It's pretty neat. The weather's much better today. It's still cold, but the wind isn't blowing, and that's what really made it bad yesterday. Today, the weather's pretty nice, and the sun is shining. And for about another 8 or 9 miles, my hiking is really easy. That's pretty cool, too. These purple, prickly briar things in such stark contrast to the brown surroundings. I could see them quite a ways up the mountain. I don't know what they are, but pretty cool. They're budding out, though. Just starting to come out of their shells for the springtime. Because today is the first day of spring, by the way. Forgot about that. Of course, Northern Virginia hasn't got the memo, but officially today is the first day of spring. La la la. Days continue to get longer for another 3 months. That's nice. Hopefully soon it's just going to stay warmer. After tonight, actually, the nighttime temperatures come up considerably. And it looks like they're going to stay that way. And we're going to be in the 50s and 60s during the day. So my nightmare of coldness is just about over. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is where we're going. That mountain right there is Bluff Mountain. That's where I got to climb halfway up today in order to get to Punch Bowl Shelter. And if you can see way out there, there's a big FAA air tower up there on top of Apple Orchard Mountain. That is where I go after I get done with Glasgow. Oh, sorry. It's hard to do this. I'm going to come back out. Neat. That's where I'm going. Hey, buddy, there's nobody up there. Everybody's down here. You should come this way. Yeah, there you go. Is there somebody down here that you know? All right, very good. All right, good news. There's at least a person here. Maybe they belong to that person. Okay, crisis averted there. I thought I was going to have to pull a Stella and haul a dog along with me for the rest of the way. And that little dog, she was cute. So I was like immediately thinking I had myself a new dog for the first time in a couple of years. But as luck would have it, her owner pulls up just a little bit after her. And he was through hiking too, so we're on number 10. His name was Adam, and her name was Evie. So, I mean, I would have done it. I would have taken her home in a heartbeat. She was a happy little dog, and she would have been my next dog if that would have been the situation. But she looked pretty clean, and she looked like she was enjoying herself and not really seeming like she was lost. So, yeah. That was weird. Yeah, that was a nice young fellow there, hiking all the way up the trail, and he just started hiking, he said, and he had never hiked before, and he says he loves it. So he's gonna have the time of his life farther north he goes. So he didn't even know what Mount Katahdin was. And I really don't say anything, but I just smile, and in my mind I think to myself, boy, wait till you get there. What an epic end to a journey that mountain is. That's why that's a big part of the reason why I wanted to kind of do that little section, that 100-mile wilderness section back to Katahdin North at the end of the hike, so that we could end the hike on Mount Katahdin if possible. That would be, once again, just epic. And of course, if the weather's nice, we're doing the knife edge again with 2 crab. Yes, right, we're going to initiate him. All right. Fun times out here, fun times. Thruhiker report number 11 just passed by. His name is Zombie. He did from Port Clinton to Katahdin last summer. So I think he said he started like on June 19th or something like that, and finished on September 20th or something like that. So now he's finishing up his thru hike, getting all the southern section done. So cool. Number 11's in the bag. Pretty interesting. Well, let's go take a walk, and let's see if we can figure out the remnants of some of this old community down here. It'd be a cool place to live. I'm not gonna lie. This would be a nice little place off the grid, so to speak. Interesting. Wonder if this was like an old box spring or something that they built. There's some water down there. Doesn't look like the spring is flowing, if indeed it was. I mean, it looks like there's evidence of water flowing over here. Cool. I didn't see that last year. There's a lot of these little flat spots in and around. I suspect that back in the day they were clear of trees, and that's where they were planting their crops. In these little nooks and crannies along the riverbank. This is the Brown Creek Shelter. Brown Mountain Creek Shelter. I think Brown Creek Shelter, Brown Mountain Creek Shelter. I thought maybe I was going to stop and take a break, but I have changed my mind. I am going to move forward. I'm just not really tired and don't feel like sitting. This is a really nice walk through here. This would be a nice day hike. You just park your car up there at that road that I crossed, Virginia 60, and then just walk down here. It's really easy and really beautiful. I can see why those people wanted to live here. You could really do a lot with this land down here. Plenty of water. The sun shines down into this valley really nicely too. I suspect there weren't as many trees around when they were here as well, so you even got more sunshine. Got a really nice private little community down here. Almost fell. Now that boy right there, he's been there for a minute. That's a big one. Get to cross the little bridge here. I'll leave you on the camera until I do, because it's fun to cross bridges. Nice. What a nice place. Very, very pretty. I love it here. And that's it. What a neat place this is. It's a really nice walk. It's just a real kind of lazy river walk. Lots of remnants of this community. And yeah, I just walked through and just imagine what it looked like back in the day when people lived here and they used this land for their purposes and their lives, and they sculpted it to suit them. I bet it was a pretty neat place. I'm gonna have to look this up a little bit more when I get home. All right, well, headed on down the road. Still walking downhill mostly. I think I have another 3 miles, maybe 4 miles, maybe to I start climbing again. I gotta put my climbing legs back on. But very enjoyable walk here. This is a nice little section of AT for a day hike. If you're ever in the area, it's right here off of Virginia Route 60, where the AT crosses Virginia Route 60. Yeah, there's a reservoir here. I've been walking along it for about a mile, but it's been too far away to really get any good shots. And even now, it's just through the trees. Nice dam right there. I don't know the name of this reservoir, but I remember reading last year that it is some local city's drinking supply. I can't remember which, but looks like you can go fishing on it. They've got boats. I wonder if that's open to the public. That'd be kind of cool if it was. Neato Frito. Alrighty. So I got, I don't know, maybe 1 mile or less to this parking area. And that's where I start my climb up to the shelter. And it's like a 4 mile climb up there. It's not like climbing all the way though. It's like, maybe it's not 4 miles, maybe it's like 3. I don't know. But you climb up for about 1.5 miles, and then it's just like a little bumpy roller coaster for a mile or so. And then you climb up for another 1/2 mile to the shelter. So that'll be the end of my day. It's only 1:30 though. And it has turned out to be a spectacular day to hike. It's beautiful today. No wind, sun is shining. It must be about 45, 50 degrees right now. Oh, it feels so much better than being frozen all the time, let me tell you. So, yeah. I'm going to get on down there. I'll take a little break, I think, at that parking area before I climb. Let's see if the trees will break one more time for a little view of the dam. There it is. Pretty cool. Wow. Another nice suspension bridge. Very nicely engineered, it appears. Ugh. Let's get on up here and see what it looks like. I expect this is probably where the water coming from that dam is. The outflow, the overflow. Who knows? I don't know. It's moving very slowly though. Guess not a lot of rain up here lately. Oh, there's a maple tree budding out. They're always the first to really come out. Nice flowers. Alrighty. There you go. Nice one. That's a really nice American beech tree right there. She's an old one. Nice. This is the 800 mile mark for Nobos. They've gotten here, they've gone 800 miles. And this is a campsite where Mushroom, Two Crab, and I stayed. Our tent was there, and Two Crab was right over here. And we played welcoming committee for about 5 thru hikers as they passed by. Took their picture for them and all that stuff. So, pretty cool. Alrighty, well, gotta go that way and just gotta climb about another 1.5 miles and then I'll be done for the day. Alrighty, I'll check back in with you when I get to the shelter. Huh. Well, this is the punch bowl shelter. Nice little pond in front of it. Very nice. Well, that's a wrap on day 20. I met one more thru hiker today at the shelter. So that makes our total number 12. And it was a good day today, except the end. It's just really hard climbing at the end. That's probably the hardest thing that I have to do is climb at the end. And it seems like every day I've been out here since Waynesboro, I've been climbing at the end. There's my food back there. So I'm gonna grab some rest. It's supposed to get down to 27 tonight, so this is the last cold night, I think, for quite a while. And I feel good, no problems with me. But tomorrow's town day, so I'm going to Glasgow tomorrow, and I'm going to get revitalized and resupplied to go to Daleville next. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, and good night, Mushroom.